So, super duper early morning, everyone out there. Yes, this is the one and the only Dark Joker speaking on the Harlequin podcast. And there are a lot of things I wish I'd like to talk with you all tonight, or should I say early this morning. And some of which is going to give you food for thought. Please bear in mind, I'm going to say for the discretion that I already know sooner or inevitably later that my words that I'm speaking on here will be twisted, corrupted in every shape, form, and fashion because of the topic of what I just said. Because the subject of this is who really is behind Spread the Dead. Not Spread the Dead, I'm sorry. Snuff the Juff. So, for those who ain't aware about Snuff the Juff, the concept came up from an individual who goes by the name of Nico Costa, who lives up in Connecticut. And this individual and I, we were cool with one another until fate twisted it around. I was cool with several individuals. I was cool with Flipsy. I was cool with Bash, the dead guy. And I was cool with his then girlfriend, Steph. But the moment my back was turned and I laid down my defenses, Nico Costa basically put my history out there, into which I shall say, in every shape, form, and fashion permitted, that they no longer spoke to me. They judged me before they truly know their loss. But Nico Costa came up with the concept, the original concept behind Snuff the Juff. And apparently, and I do have an audio message that has legitimacy behind it, and I will make it known in the next podcast that Nico Costa said, and I quote, that he has no control over Snuff the Juff, that Bash the dead guy has full control over Snuff the Juff. Now, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is legitimate or whatnot, but last month, when my woman and I was doing a podcast together, there was an individual that called out in the comments and said, and I quote, Nico Costa and Bobby, you will be called out at the gathering, unquote. This is what was said. So, anywho, the way that I see it is this, because I want to touch on another subject here momentarily. All I want to know is the number one, numero uno question, the $64,000 question. Who really is behind Snuff the Juff? Is it Nico? Is it Bash? We do have confirmation of some dude named Bobby. And I did hear his voice tonight, or someone's voice. And whoever it is, I still want to know who they are and what they look like. Now, bear in mind, this channel, Snuff the Juff, goes on blast. They take people's videos and they twist them around and they corrupt them and they make out like the individuals who had, and all their videos are black and white, except for maybe but a few. And they make them out like, oh, this person's a bad person. But see, the thing about it is, because I'm going to make an announcement right here, right now. I have had serious debate whether to reformat a new channel under a hidden identity. And I was seriously thinking either to get in touch with the other person to get my channel back and just go on blast mode. 100% full blast mode without no remorse and definitely no regret. So I'm still in the final stages permitted. And it's really coming down to the criterion because this Nico had contacted me on Messenger because his somewhat better half does not understand. Now, let me ask you all a serious question. Okay, food for thought. If you have a business that's currently online or want to start a business online via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever, and whatever your business would consist of jewelry, clothes, perfume, shoes, electronics wouldn't common sense tell you in order to meet the quota of said business and also meet the quota of your customers, the first thing you should do before any of all that is to take care of house and home and bills? Last time I checked, that was legitimacy. Because, I mean, apparently Nico Costa's better half, Onyx Moon, by the way, check her out on Facebook, that she had made a business legitimacy to a certain fault with my better half. And to this very day, now bear in mind, this has been almost 4 months, and my better half paid for her packages, lock, stock, and barrel, and still has not gotten. So I hate to throw the roast on the fire, but when you do bad business, you make bad representation, and in turn, you make yourself, well, look bad. Now, again, for those out there who is not aware of the situation, I know my words will get twisted around like a bread tie and corrupt, and they'll say all kind of outlandish shit. Well, let's find a new subject to talk about. Oh, hey, Dark Joker just made a new video. Let's fuck with him. And like I said before on previous videos and podcasts slash live streams, I could give a flying fuck because as far as I'm concerned, a channel like Snuff the Juff, you know what I mean, they don't present themselves as real. Now, I'm going to bring up two subjects because I'm about to go to the channel. Y'all won't be able to see it, but I'm going to bring this up. For those who are not aware about Snuff the Juff, let me tell you how bullshit these motherfuckers are. Okay. Now, let's go back to, let's go back. Let's see, let's rewind time, shall we? Let's go back. Let's see if the video is there because I don't see it. Well, hmm. Well, apparently the video got pulled. And let me see if I can actually get it real quick, ladies and gentlemen. So please permit. Because this is funny shit. Okay, so what has happened? Let me go to the channel. Okay, let me go to the actual channel. So there, I'm on the channel now, and I'm backtracking. Okay, so yes, it has been official because my woman seen it yesterday, and she clarified this for the sake of argument. There was a video on there about um actually hold on, let me no, I took it back. Let me backtrack. Okay, so 3 days ago from the time frame, there's a picture of an individual who has so many tattoos on his face, he looks like he's got bad makeup. And it says, and I quote, the video goes for 2 minutes and 37 seconds long for you Snuff the Juff motherfuckers out there who are curious. And it says, and I quote, Violent J responds to pedo allegations on the Thuggalo show. And this has got 1.1K likes. And on this video, this individual basically used an example of a prison and said, that juggalos there were all pedophiles. Da, 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 da. But before all that, he said, and I quote, that if you support Violent J, you support pedophiles. Now, for those who are unaware, to me and to the juggalo world, when an individual goes out on Violent J, one of the two forefathers of ICP, the one that started Insane Clown Posse originally was Inner City Posse, for those who ain't aware. When you blast on the Duke and saying that Violent J responds to such, not only are you disrespecting Violent J, but you're disrespecting Shaggy 2 Dope and all juggalos, young and old. You disrespect those who followed Twisted, ABK, Boondocks, Monoxide, Cottonmouth Kings, Tech Nine, and to the newer crew, dare I say this, Ouija Mac and all this or that. Oh, yes, and I forgot Dark Lows. Please forgive. So when you disrespect the Duke, you're disrespecting all juggalos. Now, bear in mind, what I'm saying on here is going to be different what they're going to publicize on their channel. So let's move ahead to my new subject. Okay. Now, about a day ago, there is a juggalo that has his own podcast, and his name is Humble Among. And they used a clip of me from past reference saying that, if Humble Among wants something to say, then say it. But apparently, for a very long time, Humble Among and Bash the Dead Guy have had this feud. For whatever reasons, be it as it may, it's not my business. But now that I was brought into this, I'm going to speak my fucking mind. As far as I'm concerned, because this video from a day ago says Humble Among, and they do this song saying, I need to speak to a manager, it's a leak song. And they use a picture of it's a two-shot picture. It's a picture of Humble, and they got him dressed up as a Karen, and they've got like some kind of superstore behind him. I don't know, maybe it's I don't know, whatever stores it was. And on this song, they blast Humble Among. Now, bear in mind, I barely know Humble Among. I don't know his history that well. I do know that, unlike Snuff the Juff, he shows his fucking face. And I will right now say first and foremost that I am going to defend Humble Among. You all heard it here, here first. Because it's one thing where if I speak my mind, it was a rant at said time. But when the individual or individuals behind this channel, let's go a little further, shall we? So, about 20 hours ago, once again, the same picture is used, and it's only 54 seconds, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. And it says, Low Cow, Humble Among, can't keep Bash the Dead Guy's name out of his mouth. So, my question is, let's just say, for the sake of argument, that the individual behind that 54-second podcast is an affiliation to Bash the Dead Guy. Let's just humor this for a second. because I don't want to point fingers and throw accusations out there. But just to humor this, for the sake of argument, permitted, if Bash has some say so or somewhat control over this Snuff the Juff channel, ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, the one, the only Dark Joker, will speak his mind about the events of June of this past year concerning Bash the Dead Guy and his ex, Steph. Because I know full detailed information, so does my fiance. I'm not going to go into details now behind it, but as far as I'm concerned, from a distance, far, far away, Bash Kelly has a bullseye on his head from yours truly. And I already know that words and rumors will leak out, and he'll probably do something on his channel to defend himself. So I will say this right now. Not that it will be known, but Bash, if you are watching this, I want you to come clean and be a real man and defend yourself and say that you have no responsibility, no control in any shape, form, and fashion over Snuff the Juff. If you do, I will humbly apologize on this podcast, in a future podcast. But if you are in control of it, I will go full barrel blast without no remorse and no regret. That is the way I stand on that right now. But, because I'm going to get off this channel for the sake of my sake of argument. So I wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. And like I said, I already know that people will twist my words around and corrupt it and reformat it because that's what no life motherfuckers do. It's contradictory. It's say one thing, but do something different. Where I, on the other hand, have said what I've said and meant what I said. I have literally stabled this function since day one, long time ago before there was a year 2000. And I already know eventually, psychically, that this channel will be put on blast. Maybe not by me, but somebody out there will shoot this channel down. And personally, yours truly cannot wait for that day to come to me. So basically, it's all I had to say. Because as far as I'm concerned, and you know what? Let me tell y'all something. Hold on. When it comes to a channel like this, it's really funny and highly fascinating that a channel like this would literally go out their way to, in certain aspects, publicly roast individuals who are just speaking their mind, relieving their stress, and not giving two shiny coated frosted fucks how they feel about whatever topic they bring up at the time. But I will tell you this, and this is speaking from the heart. As far as where I stand on the subject, again, I could give two fucks about whatever they say, however they say it, however they corrupt it, however they roll with it. And I find it funny. I'm like, oh wow, they're fucking with me again. Oh wow. That's really fucking, it proves my point. Because every time that I that I bait this channel, they take it hook, line, and sinker. But whenever I'm not around, they got to focus on other individuals in this or that. And I'll tell you, it's funny. It's phenomenal that they want to go out their way to try to make people feel a certain type of way. And, you know, the individuals on this channel that run this channel really need to grow the fuck up. They really do. Because, I mean, to me, it's humorous. It's funny. At first, I was a little, but now that I've truly come to conclusions on this, it actually proves my point, hands down, that these individuals are sad and pathetic and weak minded. Because why would you go out your way? Why would you go out your way to try to publicly humiliate somebody? Why would you want to be a follower instead of a leader? Why would you take the time and the energy and the effort to try to shine on a subject that you all don't even get to fathom? Why would you fuck with Humble Woman? Why would you put out there on so-called, yeah, right, Front Street that Humble and Bash are rivals and whatnot? Why would you do that? Seriously. I'm literally asking a legitimate question. Because to me, this channel is a waste of time and space. I mean, 54 seconds, and then there's some that's 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes long. Who knows? Who cares? But like I said, because as of right now, officially, even though they'll make another video about me and whatever, until further notice, you will not see Dark Joker on social media. Well, at least not here. But that don't mean I won't speak my mind on other social media platforms. But I honor Violent J. Honor Shaggy Two. I honor the forefathers of the Juggalo Nation, of the Juggalo family. Ride or die. I'm sorry, that's the way I feel. And it's crazy, sad, and pathetic at the same time. Again, because individuals want to make assumptions. And where I come from, assumptions are the beginning of all fuck ups. Period. So, K surround, surround. Whatever will be, will be. So, with that said and done, this is yours truly, the one and the only Dark Joker speaking. Oh, yes. On a side note, my better half got me the ultimate birthday gift. And I will show you on the next podcast. Because I'm looking at it right now. I have internet and Wi Fi. And I hook it up to my PS4 so I can go online and play my games. Every gamer does it. Probably most likely they'll turn that around and twist it. Go figure. Again, no life, motherfuckers. But I can truly say, without no discriminacy, that this woman has been the best thing to have come in my life in nearly 7 years. And I dare this channel to put that and twist it. Because say if they do, then yours truly will come back again. And who knows when I'll pop back up. But if I do, God forgive. That's all I'm saying. It's a sealed deal. So, ladies and gentlemen out there, I hope for the sake of argument that you enjoy these videos. And I appreciate all the positive comments that we get on this channel. I eventually will make a new channel, maybe. Who knows? But when I do, it's not going to be pretty. It really is. So with that said and done, I say to you all here at 2:31 a.m. Thursday, early super duper morning on the Harley Quinn podcast to stay safe, be real, and be true. Because if you ain't true to yourself, you're not true to others. Much clown love, and I will talk to you once again. And to those who control Snuff the Juff, y'all need to grow up quick. Exactly. Y'all need to grow up quick. Pause. Because you just have to. You really need to recognize. I know you all won't, and you never will. But as I've always said, we will let fate decide what's going to happen to y'all.